campaign is required to help acquaint taxpayers with the new scheme.
The reason why we are gathered here is to have the document validated, which requires you to make all the inputs that you need to make, particularly areas where you feel that there are potential conflicts. A case that I can cite would be probably the issue of incentives versus how would the issue of administration of incentives by JIPA be affected by the introduction of the VAT.
Speaking to Isaja, the project manager, about the efforts of the stakeholders in the forum, Jallo spoke about the importance that the GRA attaches to the opportunity given to all actors to have an input in the legislative process, adding that VAT affects suppliers and consumers, and in that there are provisions for the essential commodities for the interests of the citizenry.
Everybody in business, who has sales up to 1 million, if those sales are not exempted, because in the law we have provided for certain sales like basic food supplies, because we know that if it is a tax that has to be paid on every consumption, it can affect the general public, like rice, oil, those kind of things that every Gambian has to consume. So there are some of these things that are very essential to the survival of Gambians. We have decided to exempt them. And there are those that we have decided to zero rate. That means we are not applying any tax. That is to encourage the competitiveness of Gambian businesses like exports.
The two-day forum is expected to produce a document that will give the Revenue Authority a way forward to the implementation of VAT in January 2013. For GRTS News, I am Debusu.
Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation recently reorganized and rewarded its most outstanding staff at an evening program. The event is held annually to show up the level of service delivery and ensure the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation staff remain committed to the corporation's core ideals. We have more in this report by Babukar Kamara.
They sat to dine and wine, building on the continuous annual scheme that considers the award of various accolades conferred on some of the most hardworking staffs.
Today, as you all know, we are all celebrating our nation's birth, that is the independence celebration. But to our old self, the Staff Association of the Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, we are hereby celebrating a new management style that has been input into the management system. Today's purpose is for us to come and dine and wine with you.
The staff rewarding scheme of the homegrown finance company constitutes a new policy instituted on firm principles of merit-based awards, measured on a 12-month calendar time frame.
This party is organized for all to eat, drink, and have fun, to compensate for the hard work and professionalism all of you have done and shown in the year 2011. As you eat and drink, you should also reflect on the good and positive things you will do for the corporation and the Gambian people.
The staff party brought together employers, employees, as well as their respective family members, who only met once a year to reflect and renew their commitments, as well as strengthening the bonds of friendship among its stakeholders. The forum was graced by the Speaker of the National Assembly and host of some senior government officials. Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
The need for local farms to partner with multinationals for a sustainable and highly developed information communication technology sector was recently highlighted by the Chief Executive Officer of Unique Solutions. Papa Yusuf Anjay was speaking at a seminar organized by his company to raise the profile of the ICT giant, IBM, which is seeking to establish a foothold in the country's competitive ICT market. Mamadou Jallo tells us more.
By Unique Solutions, brought together an array of ICT experts from both government and the private sector. As a leading company in the ICT sector, Unique Solutions is partnering with the U.S. ICT giant International Business Machines, IBM, to raise its profile and enhance its business opportunities. The theme of the seminar, IBM is for You, seeks to raise awareness on the numerous products and services IBM sells as it celebrates its centenary. For Unique Solutions, the partnership could not have come at a better time, as it asserts itself following the laying of the submarine cable, which is expected to boost connectivity and President Jammeh's declaration of the year 2012 as a year for science and technology. This, the CEO Yusuf Njai believes, augurs well for the development of the sector in the Gambia.
We believe a company with a pedigree like IBM on our shores can only help in terms of developing ICTs in this country. And of course, with the sort of infrastructure that we're talking about, it's a wired world. Broadband services is just a tip of the iceberg, but you need infrastructure to drive these services. And you know, IBM comes in with solutions and services in hardware, in software, and in general technological business services. So we believe a mixture of all this, of course, with our own expertise on the ground, can serve the clients that we currently work with.
The ICT sector has witnessed a steady expansion in recent years, and this, experts believe, should be sustained by building partnerships, a thing that is essential in the global market. This has led companies such as Unique Solutions to go on the offensive in the quest to build mutually benefiting partnerships with reputable companies to not only promote the development of infrastructure and services, but also help in technology transfer and build local capacities.
We don't want to copy what the West have done, but we believe that we bring it and hone it in our own unique and local way and make it count for our customers and the Gambians in general. So, and I believe there's no better company to start with than IBM. As I said, it's a 100-year-old company. We are 12 years, so a partnership between a 100-year-old company and a 12-year-old company says a lot. So we have a lot to learn from them, but we won't copy. We will make it relevant in today's Gambian ICT landscape.
For a company that, according to its boss, boasts of a clean track record and set the pace as far as ICT is concerned by working extensively with government and the private sector institutions, this partnership is just the beginning of bigger things to come as the race for a bigger chunk of the market intensifies.
It's a positive thing that you have all these multinationals wanting to work with Gambia despite the size of the market. So we believe that we have something to offer. The local expertise, the skill set. Yes, market size is small, but I think most of what these companies are looking for is reference points.
Whether this partnership will prove worthwhile or not will have to be seen, but both sides are optimistic that it is the beginning of a new era as IBM works hard to reinvent itself in the Gambia as it already operates in 170 countries worldwide. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
An activist group dubbed United Guardian Youths for Development recently held a forum to, among other things, help build critical mass of young people who are conversant with their civic duties. Babukar Kamara reports the interface looked at means of helping teenagers ensure a smooth transition to adulthood.
According to what we gathered, NAWEC officials were on their routine checkup at the Brikama market and saw something unusual. Two boys, namely Aliu Kamara and Kitabu Sambu, were involved in the act. Aliu, who was once an electrician, now believes to be a tailor, is the brain behind the whole issue. He connects the cable to the main source and supplies more than 10 shops that were paying from $250 to $500 directly. Investigators believe Aliu was assisted by Kitabu Sambu, who is also a shop owner. In an interview with GRTS, Kitabu denied ever being part of the act, but he confessed that the second suspect was supplying electricity to them illegally. Ibrahim Ature, a senior technician at NAWEC who was on duty with his team, explained how they caught the suspects upon their investigation routine.
We are inspecting meters canteen by canteen, and we realized that this other, the first meter, the customer he connected his shop from the cash power, but the other 7 shops he connected directly from the NAWEC sources, and which is not allowed.
The public relations officer Per Silva says the illegal connections have deprived the national company of its revenue needed to expand its connection. He said the illegal connections have had adverse effects on the company.
Illegal connections or bypasses has been going around the GBA, I would say, for quite a long time. And a lot of people have been caught. They were taken to court. Some of them were surcharged and they have paid. But this time around, NAWEC has taken another tone. Whenever you were caught doing illegal pass, because we're saying now there is zero tolerance for illegal passes or illegal connections. So whoever becomes a culprit to this type of malpractice, what we're doing is we're going to take you to court, and when you're prosecuted, we surcharge you or you go to mile 2. And this is what we're